Now, dear students, chapter number 6, Work, Energy and Power. And today we have the topic for the discussion that potential energy. Now, what is the concept of the gravitational potential energy? Potential energy in the term of the negative of gradient of equal to the gravitational force. Now, next, work done by the force of gravitation as a body released from the top of inclined plane. Now, potential energy in relation to the conservative force and the gravitational force as a conservative force. That following topics of the discussion we will consider under the potential energy. Now, first, the basic meaning of the potential energy we have. The energy possessed by a body due to the change in configuration as well as due to the change in position in a vertical direction. So, this is the mean of the potential energy we have, and already we have discussed a little bit concept in the ninth class. Now we want to talk or we want to discuss the potential energy in the new area. uh, Now, so we have the basic define the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its change in configuration. That means if you are just making the changing of the shape of a body, so for so it so it gain the kind of the energy due to the change in configuration and the change in the position in the vertical directions. So many examples we have regarding to the basic potential energy. Examples we have: energy stored in a compressed spring. This is the one of the general example we have due to the change in the configuration. The energy, second one example we can take, the energy in a body due to raising it to a height h. Okay, and simply we can take the another example, the energy is stored in a dam water. So these are the general examples we have. Energy stored in a compressed spring, energy, the energy in a body due to the raising to a height h, the energy stored in a dam water. So the potential energy is stored. So that's why it convert into a kinetic energy. So we are just getting the electricity by the hydro concept. Okay. So this is the basic general meaning of the potential energy we have. Now we want to discuss the gravitational potential energy. So it's a general concept whenever we are just taking a body to a particular height. So work done by the against the gravity will stored in the term of the gravitational potential energy. So this is the type of the concept we have. Now we are just taking the object of the mass m to a particular height h. Okay, by applying a force on it. So work done by the force of the gravity. That means work done against the gravity. That work done, we can state that force into displacement, and we have taken the displacement up to height h. So we are writing the general equation. Okay, this is the equation number one we have, and we are just assuming that the height of an object is very much less than compared to the radius of the Earth. So we can say that work done against force of gravity will stored in term of gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy. Okay, and somehow we are just representing the potential energy by the symbol of the U, and we are just using the concept of the mgh. Okay, some point we have to be discussed. If concept of the h is equal to 0, so the w is equal to u is equal to will also the 0. So this is the general point we have for the discussion. Now what are the that mean some of the another points we have taken. Now potential energy in the term of the negative gradient equal to the gravitational force. Now we are just using the basic formula that u as a function of the h, and we are just getting the formula that is mgh in this point. So we are just making the derivative of that part, that is a negative gradient divided by dh, that is the u with the subscript of h is equal to divided by dh, that is the part of the mgh we have. Okay, so here we are just making the concept we are just separating the mg here and divide by dh of the height h. Okay, so whenever we are just making the divide by dh of the h, so we are just getting the meaning of the one. So we are just representing the potential energy divided by dh, that means u as a function of h, u as a function of the h, that is called the mg into 1. Okay, and that mg is regarded as a force. So easily we can say that the negative of a gradient of a potential energy equal to the gravitational force. So this is the one of the general representation we have. Okay, we are just getting that what do you mean by the gradient. So gradient means the particular physical quantity which changes with the concern of the distance. Okay, and here we are just using the negative sign. What is the relevancy of the negative sign we have? Negative sign indicate that direction of gravitational force in vertical downward direction, in vertical downward direction. So this is the general representation of the potential energy in term of the negative of the gradient equal to the gravitational force. Okay, so further we can use the basic formula, and we are just representing in the different manner. Now here we are just assuming that the work done by the force of gravitation as a body released from the top of the incline. So we are just getting that at the incline the body of the mass m is that on the top of the inclined plane, and where the height of the inclined plane, that is called the h, and we are just releasing a body. So we are just assuming that the u is equal to 0 we have, and somehow in the path that it acquires the velocity as it reaches to the down. So what is the kind of the work done by the force of gravitation we have? So we are just assuming that w is equal to we have w is equal to force into displacement. But here we are just starting in the basically part that by use of third equation of motion, so what actually it is, v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. We are using the concept of the vertical equations of motion. So as I am just assuming that v square minus 0 is equal to 2gh, so easily I can write that v is equal to under root 2gh. It's a part of the velocity which is required by an object. As we are just making that work done in the form of the kinetic energy, that the kinetic energy stood that half mv square, and we have the meaning of the v, that is called the v square, that is called the 2gh, or either you are just writing the meaning of the v is there. So 2 to 2 cancel, so mgh. So here we are just getting the work done for an object which moving the down incline in the part of the potential energy. So this is the part of the, that means certain representation of the gravitational potential energy. Okay, so next we have the potential energy in the relation of the conservative forces. So first we have to be discuss the meaning of the conservative forces. Now the conservative forces are the forces, for them the total work done on a closed path is the 0, and the work done under the action of the gravitational force is the path independent. So these are the two qualities of the conservative forces. So I am just writing conservative forces having two properties. First, the path along with along which object moves under action of gravitational force. So work done depends upon only initial and final position. And the second one, total work done on a closed path is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So this is the basic concept of the conservative forces. If the forces are said to be conservative forces, so we have the following property should be there. They are the path independent, only they depends upon the initial and the final position, and as they are just involving the work done on a closed path, so the total work done will be the 0. So this is the concept of the conservative forces we have, and somehow whenever they are involving on a system, so there is a no possible loss of the kinetic energy there. Okay, and the total energy remain conserve, and the total momentum remains conserved. These are also the some of the properties along with the conservative forces. Now we are just assuming that the conservative force effects does on the work on the particle. So here we are just making the concept of the potential energy in the term of the conservative force. So easily we have discussed that whenever we are just talking the negative of the gradient of the potential energy dy by dh, that means uh, it can be easily write in the part of the gravitational force. Okay, that is the part of the mg we have. Okay, so whenever we are just writing or we are just making the concept of the x is there, so I am just making the little bit change, minus dy by dx, because I am just taking the variable that mean variable force that along the direction of the x. So I am just writing that u, that is the potential energy, or either you are just getting that okay. So with the concern of the meaning of the force we have, so this is the one of the basic equation which I have taken, and I am just putting this one is the equation number 1. So I am just making the cross multiplication of the term here. So I am just writing that now force fx dx, that is equal to with the minus sign and the variable that mean change in the potential energy. Now here we are just making the little bit change, the position is changing for an object, that mean x initial to x final. Okay, here we are just getting also the change in the potential energy. So the change in potential energy, that means changing from u initial to u final. So whenever we are just solving this one portion, so what actually we are writing that x initial to x final, that mean fx dx, and here we are just solving it, so minus sign is there, so we are just writing that u final minus u initial, as we are just submitting it so x initial to x final, that mean fx dx, that is called the u initial minus u final, and probably it's a part of the work done we have. So in the systematic manner, whenever I am writing that w can be state that as u initial minus u final, that means change in the potential energy. So it can easily write that in the part of the integral x initial to x final under the action of the conservative force, that is fx dx. So this whole term is representing the concept that work done by a force of gravitation, sorry, potential energy in the relation of the conservative forces. So here we can assume the two important fact. as we are just doing the work done, so always the work done depend upon the initial and the final position, okay, for an object. So it never depend upon the concept of the path. So we are just assuming that the conservative force, that is called the gravitational force, which involve in this process, is called the conservative force, okay, because it is a path independent, only depend upon the initial and the final position. Now the second one, if we are just getting that x initial to x final, so the total work done will be equal to the 0 on the total, that means closed path, okay. So first reference regarding to the conservative force, if work done, so we can put here also the equation numbers here, equation number 2, so equation number 3, if work done by conservative force. So the two properties we can prove here for the conservative force, that the force which we are using here, that potential energy in the term of the negative gradient, which is equal to the gravitational force. So we are just finding that force is that is as a function of the x, okay. So the work done, that mean work done by the force fx is not depending on the path. So it is a conservative force, and only it depends upon the two limit, okay, that one limit is that x initial and one limit is the x final we have, okay. So as we are just making the work done, that mean there is a no that mean suppose in the right hand side of the equation number 3, if we are just putting the two same limit, that x initial to x final, so we are just getting the meaning of the work done here as a 0. So on the closed path, so these are the two important parameter we have discussed in the reference of a gravitational force, which is the part of a conservative force. Now I am just explaining the another method by which we can say that the gravitational force is a type of a conservative force. So we have to be discuss the two parameter first, that work done by gravitational force does not depends upon path, only it depends upon initial and final position. So what actually we are assuming, that we are just making the justification of this statement by the another manner. We are just taking an object by the moment, by the path which is that mean, now we are just taking an object of the mass m by the same, by the path that which we have traces here. uh, this is the position A, this is the position number, that mean B, C, D, and this is the part of the E. So we are just first moving that from A to B, then after B to C, and then after C to D, and then after we are just moving from D to E. Okay, and the total height from A to E we have, that is called the H. Okay, or we can assume here that H is a combination of the AB plus and the CD. Okay, so as we are just taking an object from A to B first, then we are just making the movement from B to C, then C to D, then after we are reaching towards the point E, from D to E. So how can we make the assessment of the work done for this process? So we are just taking the we are just assuming that the mass of the object is the m. Okay, so work done total, and we have moved from W A to B portion, and W B to C portion, and W C to D portion, and the W we have D to E portion. So we are just using the basic conceptual formula. Work done is equal to force into displacement we have. So A to B we have the force and the displacement both are acting along the same direction. So we are just using the concept of that mg. Okay, so F into displacement we have, that displacement that is called the AB. Here we have the B to C. So the force and the displacement both are acting in a perpendicular direction. So because the displacement along the horizontal direction and the weight force which acting in a vertical direction, so we are just getting the theta is equal to 0. So I'm just writing that F into, that is a concept of the BC, and same how as per the AB we can write that the force into displacement, that C to D, and the plus the fourth portion we have that F into and the displacement D to E. Okay, so here we are just getting the theta is equal to 0 degree. Here we are just getting the theta is equal to 90 degree between the force and the displacement. And the third portion also having the same thing, that is theta is equal to 0 degree. And this one portion also having the theta is equal to 90 degree. And as per the journal notification, we are just using the concept that if the theta is the 0, so the meaning of the work done we have the maximum. So we are just writing that mg into AB plus second work done is the 0, and as per the, as we have the third work done, that mg into CD plus fourth work done we have the 0. So when we are just they're making the addition of the part, that so we are just getting mg, and that is called the sum of the AB plus and the CD. And already we have discussed the meaning of the AB plus CD is equal to H, so we are just getting that mgh. So work done is not depending upon the path from which we are just moving, so only it depends upon the initial and the final position. Okay, so this is the first that mean representation, and somehow I am just giving the task to another person. You just move up to the same height, that is called the H. This is the same height we have, that is called the H, and this is the portion that mean initial position A, and this is the final position E we have. Okay, somehow we are just moving the directly. So what is the kind of the potential energy we have in this case? So as per this one diagram, we are just getting the same result which we have got from the A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to E. So work done total during that process, that is mass of the object, that is called the M we have, and the weight concern is acting downward. Okay, so we are just assuming that W is equal to force into displacement, so we are just writing that mgh. So either you are just making the movement directly from A to E, or you are just making the any kind of the meaning of the path during that process. So always the work depend upon the initial and the final position. So this is the basic suggestion that the gravitational force is a conservative force. Okay, now second point we want to discuss here, the work done on a closed path will be the 0. The work done by the gravitational force on the closed path 0. So we are just assuming the one of the another simplest activity in front of us. So we are just throwing a ball in a upward direction. This is the portion of the ball which moving in a upward direction from, that mean A to B. Okay, and then after it comes down in the section from the B to C. Okay, here we are just getting the mass of the ball is the M we have. For the upward movement we have the work done, that is called the W, and for the downward movement we have the work done, that is called the W2. Here we are just assuming the work done against the force of gravitation, that is called the W, that is negative, and we are just assuming, although here that W1 is equal to W2. So whenever we are just making the W total, that mean W1, that mean work done for the upward movement from A to B, as it is that mean addition of the work done from the B to C. So we are just writing that minus W total is equal to minus W1 plus W2, and we have assumed that W1 plus W2. So the work done for the whole path, that means ball is making the movement from A to B, and further it's coming down to the surface of the earth. Okay, so here we're just getting the work done for a closed path, that is equal to 0. So in the addition we can say that the gravitational force is a conservative force, and so many examples of the conservative forces we have, the electrostatic force is a conservative force, the spring force is a conservative force, that we will discuss in the part of the potential energy of the spring. So this is the all the basic about the potential energy, and we have discussed the potential energy in the term of the various references. Okay, so generally potential energy simplest meaning we have. Now potential energy, that in part of the gravitation we have. How can we represent the potential energy as a negative of gradient equal to the gravitational force? Now how can we make the assessment that work done by the force of gravitation as body released from the top of the incline? Potential energy in the relation of the conservative force, and the method through which we can say that gravitational force is a conservative force. Now another one aspect we can add here, what is the possible unit of the potential energy we have. So all the type of the energy having the same concept of the unit, that is called the joule. And same how I am just asking that it is a scalar or the vector, probably energy is a scalar concept, so the potential energy also having the same concept, that is scalar quantity. Now what is the possible dimension of a scalar quantity we have, sorry, dimension of a potential energy? So same how we are just writing the meaning of the work dimension of the work done. So m1 l2 t minus 2, it's a possible dimension of a gravitational potential energy, or either you are just saying the potential energy. But here we are just assume that potential energy in the part of the gravitation, so there is a need to be discussed, we have here in the elaborative manner. Okay, so one by one you must touch all the points in the NCERT book, so you will get the probably idea that what actually I am doing on the paper. Okay.